Today, let's have a look at the centre of Monmouth. Now, I'm stood in front of the town hall, which I'll come back to in a minute. What we're looking at is one of Monmouth's famous sons, which is Charles Rolls, of Rolls-Royce fame. Charles Rolls is one of the sons, or the son of Lord and Lady Langattock, who had a country estate probably about 4 miles outside of Monmouth. Were a very benevolent family. They donated a lot of money towards Monmouth and certain projects, libraries, etc. But this is their son, Charles, and Charles was an aviation pioneer. So here we can see Charles holding one of the aircraft that he designed. Charles Rolls was unfortunately killed in a ballooning accident in Monmouth in, I believe 1910. But yeah, so that's one of Monmouth's famous sons. However, let's step to one side. What we then have is Monmouth's other very famous son, King Henry V. King Henry V was born in Monmouth Castle, which is just behind me up a little alleyway. I'll cover that in another video. So yeah, Henry V of Agincourt fame was born not even 400 yards where I'm stood. The building itself that we're looking at, I'll just zoom out, is the old town hall and marketplace, and also the town court. So underneath the arches, that would be where the market stall was held, and also out on this area here. I can't go inside for obvious reasons, but then there's one very large room which would have been the courthouse, and also the council chambers. Fantastic building. Looking at the architecture, it looks very Georgian, I would say, so we're looking at probably the 1700s period. Just wander over here, and we have the Punch House pub, sadly closed due to lockdown. And if you look up, you'll see, just zoom in, the Beaufort Arms Court. A very famous person stayed in the Beaufort Arms Court, which was Horatio Admiral Lord Nelson in 1802, together with Lady Hamilton, and interestingly, Lady Hamilton's husband. That, I don't know how to describe it, but it's almost like Horatio Nelson was basically a swinger, in my opinion. Had this very, very strange relationship, which people know about Lady Hamilton, but they always forget that she was married to her husband throughout her affair with Nelson. So God knows what was going on there. But why was Nelson? Why did Nelson come to Monmouth? Monmouth has an amazing history, or link, or ties with Monmouth. With Nelson. So there's the Nelson Museum, which contains many of Lord Horatio Nelson's artefacts. In 1802, the reason he came to Monmouth is the Admiralty were getting really worried about the supply of timber required for building battleships. Now, if you look at us, for those of you that have seen HMS Victory or are aware of the size of ships of that period, they're built entirely of oak. Just imagine how much oak is required to build just one battleship, one warship. Multiply that then by hundreds of warships, and the supply of oak then becomes a genuine problem for Great Britain. So they were worried that could Britain possibly run out of oak. So Admiral Lord Nelson was sent on his ways to basically survey all the woodland of the UK and assess the timber stocks. Now, oak isn't a very quick-growing wood, so you're probably looking about 100 years to grow a tree suitable enough to be felled for its timber. So Nelson came to Monmouth, stayed overnight in Beaufort, in the Beaufort Arms. Nelson was a massive hero, celebrity of the time. This is not long after he beat the French at the Battle of the Nile. Yet another good example of Britain giving the French a damn good kicking. They never learn, they keep coming back historically for more. But anyway, yet another one of their arse kickings. So Lord Nelson, he went off into the Forest of Dean, which is a major, well, the clue's in the name, the Forest of Dean, to assess the oak supplies. And he came to Monmouth and stayed overnight, where he was greeted and made to feel like a celebrity. So anyway, that's where Nelson stayed, and a little bit of history of the town centre. What I'm looking through here and going to walk through is the old stable block behind the Beaufort. Lovely old-fashioned doorbell. This would be not electric, mechanical. You'd press that and there'd be levers and linkages and chains that would ring the bell inside. So you come through here with your horse and carriage into this courtyard. And what I'm looking at there would be the stable blocks. So a weary traveller would pull up, put the horse and the cart in the stables, and then go and seek accommodation in the Beaufort Hotel. Cobbles that probably haven't changed in Lord knows hundreds of years. Parts of the building have now become shops.
Oh, they're really nice. Just like a sign out.
Hello. Hello. So if we come over here. You don't see those much these days, but a sliding trellis door. Oh, there we go. Let's just zoom in. The Beaufort Arms was an 18th century coaching inn named after the Duke of Beaufort, whose lands these once were. Admiral Lord Nelson stayed here in July 1802 with Sir William and Lady Emma Hamilton, arriving by boat on the River Wye. So, yes. Maybe a swings party took place up there. I don't know, but it's a fascinating history. Could they have stayed there? Maybe that was their balcony. Where they actually stayed in the building, that's been lost in the annals of history. Shame the pub's not open. Summer's day, it's lovely just to sit outside on when the seating's outside there. Just watch the world go by and enjoy Monmouth at its best. So, Monmouth Town Centre.